Hello, Mittwoch. Tonight we are with Shavasa B'Tammuz, the beginning of the 3 weeks. So this is a time that Klal Anash are talking specifically and in greatest emphasis about is Beididus. So we'll talk a little bit about that as well. First of all, we'll start with the story of Baal Shem Tov. That one time there was cholera. Israel, they came to Baal Shem Tov, asked him to down for them. He told him that in a specific place, sometime where there's a person, that's his name, that's his father's name, look for him and and catch him and just badger him, until he acquiesces, and will tell about Hashem, this trouble will move away. Well, they figured, it's a big tzaddik. They went there. This is where is the house of the holy so and so. People know there isn't no such thing. There's nobody here with that name. Maybe there's another person who is that name, that's his father's name. He says, there's one guy, that's his name. He's a drunkard. He says, what do you want from him? He's probably on his bed, doesn't know from left to right. So they went, and his wife opened the door. So they told him, Baal Shem Tov sent him. So he said, Baal Shem Tov was jesting you. You can see my husband is drunk, he's on his bed. And she told him she was very bitter, that the husband was immensely rich until he got, and they became alcoholic. He started drinking, became poor. He drinks and he sleeps. And the minute that he wakes up, takes the bottle, drinks, falls back to sleep. I says, if you want to talk to him, you have to wait until he wakes up. Because immediately when he wakes up, he immediately starts drinking. So they asked her about him. Is it no simon of kedusha or anything? He woke up. They waited. He woke up, sent his hand to the wine. But they stopped him and says, "We were sent to you that you will ask from Kodesh Baruch Hu to take this curse of the cholera from us." So he says, "I'm thirsty. Just let me drink. I'll drink a little bit. I don't know, a little vodka, a little zero, whatever it is." I says, "No. You're not drinking until you will acquiesce to us and decree that that this curse will move." So the drunkard says, "Okay, but Hashem, Kodesh Baruch Hu, Rachman will take off this affliction from you. Now, just let me drink. Leave me alone." So they went to Meshbosh, and they found out that Nachinami, the cholera abated and it passed. So they went to the Baal Shem Tov, for an explanation. What's this drunkard, is telling them that Baal Shem Tov says you can see from this what is the koach of one mitzvah. He was a big soicher, was very, very rich. Not only that, but he was very good looking. And he went to a house of a Gentile woman. She's the widow of one of the big ministers. And when she saw him, she called him. She said, you'll be my husband. He says, what do you need this wife of yours? If you want, I'll give you all the money, all the gold that I have will be yours. my house, my fields, whatever it is, you'll be the Lord of the mansion. If you'll become a husband, you'll become a minister. And not only this, you'll be probably rule over them because you're much smarter than all that. So he said, the only way that I will agree if you make a big ball, get all the ministers, everybody will know me. From now on, everybody will know that I became big minister. So she agreed, she made a big ball, everybody came. But Sashachar, before he went, he basically agreed. But before the marriage was consumed, he went out and even those places that have outhouses there. And he heard whining noises, crying noises. There were noises. There were the Jews that were there. They were captives, they were held captives, because they had to pay. That was the way that the feudal lords used to behave. If anybody of their vessels didn't pay their rent on time or whatever it is that they need to, so they put him in jail. So when he heard, he went over to them. He asked them, what? Why are they there? They told him. So he went to the Salmona and told her she has to free all of them. So she set them free. And he took a wagon and set them all away. And he was Mekayah mitzvah Pidyon Shloim, and a mitzvah, takes another, drags another mitzvah after it. And then he started thinking, how can I, be with this woman? He took the wagon, he ran away. And at that time in Shemayim, they paskin, since he was Mekayim, the mitzvah Pidyon Shloim, and he withstood the test with this woman, so it's appropriate he should be Madrig of Tzaddik Goyzer Kodesh Baruch Hu Mekayim. The Tzaddik decrees, Kodesh Baruch Hu does what he says. Well, this was, it's a one fell swoop achievement. It's not something that he worked for. Besides that, there was a big noise in Shemayim. It says this person will start, annulling all the decrees. So then it says, how can that be? So there was a compromise that was struck the heavenly tribunal, and this person will be an alcoholic. He'll just be drunk till the end of his days. And you wouldn't know what's going on in the world. Now you know why the words of this drunkard come true. It's really a big sakona to ask that he should decree on the heavenly tribunal, but something that has to do with Klal Yisrael. We needed to do it. Now we should know what is the koich of one single mitzvah. Tremendous, tremendous thing. You come to think of it. Tonight is the 17th of Tammuz. We spoke a little bit about this on Thursday, about the fact that a person is defined by what he's happy about, and is also defined by the things that he laments. We are lamenting starting today. Tomorrow is a fast day. Only 3 weeks. We are lamenting the fact that we don't have the Beis HaMikdash. Here, the Baal Shem HaKodesh was talking about the power of one single mitzvah. Beis Hamikdash that would bring korbanos every single day. Not only the Jews, but the entire world had that. Sichos, that the world was being cleansed. The decrees were annulled. We had the paraduma, the red heifer. We were able to have our eyes open, see where we are in the world. This is the union of the when it talks about the red heifer. I really would like to talk a little bit about this particular union. Just but this week's parsha, Parshas Balak, Bilam, the warlock, and it says that as Misparas Rova Israel, which Baruch counts, he says the Rova Israel, it means the quarter of Israel, it means also different inyonim of Am Israel. Rava is also language ribua. Ribua means a square. And the Tikkun Azor says that emuna, that faith, is a circle. Circle has no beginning and no end. Where do you begin emuna? Emuna is something that begins in and on itself and ends in and on itself. You throw and go your mind, you put it aside, and you believe. That's what emuna is. So emuna is akin to a circle. However, the judgment is called Ribua HaMishpat. It's called the square of judgment. The square is the ultimate definition. This up to here, from here to here, from here to here. This is Pchinas Mishpat. The person needs to judge himself at all time. That's the main essence of his Beididus, of speaking to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's called Ravua, it's called square. The main is Beididus, and the seer has to be with his chaskus, with good ritzinus, goodwill, good wishfulness that will bring all together, all what's called, the Pchinas Daled, we say Kriyat Shema, we say Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. This is in the Daled, you mean that all four winds of the world, the north and the east and the west and the south, means all over, will all become one, be connected to one. Isbeidus is the essence of the process that a person comes to Kodesh Baruch Hu and brings all his thoughts. My mind went to east, my mind went to west, and I'm worried about this, and I'm wondering about that, and I'm saying, like, what is this going to be, and what is the story with that, and so forth and so on. And when you bring everything to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it means that you are bringing the init to bring it all to be included in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Daled Echad. The main is Beididus. The main essence of his Beididus is a person need to find out, to think between him and himself, speak to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Where am I in the world? What's the story with me? What's going on with me? Where did my mind go? What kind of fantasies I have in my head? What am I watching? What am I saying? What am I doing? A person, when he is in this in this world, he sees that there's no room, there's no safe place anywhere in this world. And all the hardships of this world has to do with parnasa, has to do with health, has to do with you know, where can you run away from Kadosh Baruch Hu? Kaviyachol. It's like I lift my eyes upon the hills and upon where my Nivoyazri, who's going to help me? Take a left and take a look to the right. To this, who can help me? How can I be helped? And a person goes like this until he comes to the conclusion, I have nowhere to run from you except to you. It's called Pchinas Mishpat. This is called Ribua. It's called a square. Rav Israel spoke in this parsha. Talks about this is somebody who does it in truth, be'emes. And with his words, it goes. Moshe says, I'm coming to this, and this is happening to me, and I have headaches, and I have this, and I have that, and whatever is going on with me, and I cannot get along with this one, and again, I give to woman, and I don't have, who to go with me, and I need this, and I need that, whatever it is, and I make mistakes about this, and I owe money, don't know how I'm going to pay it. For all, in other words, his mind is all over. The only way that you can run is to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Nobody can count, says Bilam. The incredible level of holiness of a Yid is making a cheshbon between him and his maker. Where am I in the world? What am I going to do? And anybody who takes it upon himself 100% and just don't leave it. Look, there are a lot of trials and tribulations that the person has to go through while this is going on. But nevertheless, if you keep on keeping on, at the end you will be successful. It's hard to believe because when you're going through, when this life devours us. What have I done? Have I accomplished anything? Did I do anything? Is anything? Don't worry about it. You have no idea what is the koach of one single mitzvah that you did. And above everything else is when you come into Kodesh Baruch Hu and you just speak. Your problem in talking, it's not new. Rabbi speaks about it. Rabbi speaks about it. He said, even if you manage to say just one day, help me, and repeat it again and again and again, just stick with it. You don't know what you're doing. You have no idea where this takes. This world is filled with theories and with, they say this is right and this is wrong and this one is the devil, this is one is the angel and this is a this and this is the that. And they know everything. And they know nothing. They just pass their lives, crying for nonsense and cheering for nonsense. But when a Yid spends between him and HaKadosh Baruch Hu, spends time between him and HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he takes the entire world, everything that he heard, everything that drives him, and connects it to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I don't have the words with which to express even what is in my heart about this specific union. But it doesn't matter. Just between you, yourself, talk to Kodesh Baruch Hu. Talk to him. Speak to him. And don't worry about, did you achieve it? Did not achieve it? Is your life considered, you did it, you made it, you didn't make it, whatever you are, you aren't, don't worry about it. Just keep on keeping on. Keep every single day is a precious day. Now we have 3 weeks where we're supposed to lament for the destruction of Beis HaMikdash. This is our joy, that in this world that is so drunk with nonsense, we're able to lament for the loss of clarity, the loss of closeness to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. There's no greater pride and joy in life than to be able to lament what is actually lamentable. Let's open Sichos Haran and take a quick look. You know what the Rebbe says for us this week. Sicha 281. The Rebbe was very careful. He said, he warned that the person should keep his money. Be very careful to keep your money, to guard your money. Don't touch somebody else's money, but guard your own money. The Rebbe was very critical of people that, were like lackadaisical about it. It's Goshel Mizalnikis. He says how much time a person actually lost from Torah and mitzvah and was working so hard in order to finally get money. Now he has money, it's from Zalnik, he doesn't even watch it. He says kosher money, money that is clean from theft, clean from, from robbery, from usury, from, you know, is a tremendous thing. He says it should be guarded like the eye in the head. Says, and any time the one of his people came to him and told him that he lost some kind of money, the Rebbe would admonish them. He says, what do you mean? I mean, you have to watch out for your money, be very, very careful. This is one of the big, um, misunderstandings about what does it mean to serve a Kodesh Baruch Hu. People think that it means to be like, is like featherbrained, like a fluffy kind of like, kids, like in the 60s, remember, he used to say like, kids, do what you want as long as you don't hurt anybody. This kind of, okay, it's okay. You believe, you trust HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Money, whatever, Kol Ma David Rachmon David Bo Hashem. The money was lost, HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted to be lost. It's fine, no problem. Whoever says no. No. Bevada, everything that happened for a reason. But being a servant of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, first and foremost, means being normal. Be normal. Don't squander your money. Don't touch somebody else's money. Be mishtadl. What's yours? Take care of yourself. Take care of your body. Take care of your health. Take care of, it's not being a Hashem doesn't mean that you everything's like la di da and the whole. That's not a Hashem. Hashem is the ultimate responsibility. You're responsible for yourself, the gashmius and the ruchnius. The reason why we're talking about this Bernadus, the reason why we're talking about circles is because we are responsible, because we are going through life with our eyes open. What does a person live here for? And what's the end of this life? Where we're going from this life. But while we're here also, there's certain, there's discipline that the person's supposed to keep. It's part of the overall overlook that you are a responsible person. Responsible for yourself, responsible to whatever it is that you need to do. Shem Yazor B'ezat Hashem. That will all be delivered B'ezat Hashem soon in our days. that the Mashiach will come, Beis Hamikdash, that Hashem will be built, and we'll all rejoice together with the Simcha of Yerushalayim. That Hashem should have a good week. Because Baruch Hu should guard Klal Yisrael. This learning is for the Shmira of Hashem of Klal Yisrael. Sichos Baal Shem Tov, Rabbeinu HaKadosh. Who should guard us from all evil. It's time to daven. It's time to ask for Klal Yisrael and say, it won't happen. Baruch Hu will save. Because what Rabbeinu says, don't say that. This is irresponsible. If you hear about something, Chas Chalila might be whatever it is, you daven. And he says, don't let HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Chas Chalila, make decrees. When you speak to him, HaKadosh Baruch Hu lets go of everything and he listens to you. You don't know the koyach that you have when you're davening in whatever it is you're asking. Hashem Yazor B'ezat Hashem. Says we should know no tzar B'ezat Hashem. Kol Tuv, Good Foch, and Mesilas Torah B'ezat Hashem.